I welcome back to another episode of Hard Talk. This time I have got a special guest on the show. He's a author, and his new book is entitled The Bougainville Crisis. He took part in that Bougainville Crisis, and he decided to document his experiences in that wonderful book. He's here on the show today. He will tell you about his story. His story is very, very interesting. I encourage you, please don't go away. Sit back, relax, and watch till the end. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, David. I'm very happy to be in the show of your Hard Talk to talk about my book, which I have written, and a very big thank you to Marapa Publishers for making it a reality.
Wow. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what you are doing, your family? Yeah.
My name is Dominic Haitei, and I'm from Bougainville. I'm married with 4 children. I have taught for 25 years working with the teaching service, and I've just resigned last year from the teaching force. Now I'm at home.
So you are a teacher by profession, that's right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have been teaching for the last 25 years. So for the last 25 years, have you only been teaching in Bougainville or outside of Bougainville as well?
I think since I graduated from college, I was just teaching in Bougainville. I did not go and teach in other provinces.
Okay.
So all my 25 years I've been used up in Bougainville.
Bougainville. Wow. Wonderful. Okay. Now, you have recently published a wonderful book entitled The Bougainville Crisis. So tell us about the motivation behind that book. What has actually motivated you to write that wonderful book?
My greatest motivation that drove me to write this book is that I want our young generation, especially in Bougainville, and also Papua New Guinea, to know and appreciate the hardships and the sacrifices that we have gone through during the crisis, and make sure it does not happen again.
Marapa Publications and Digital Marketing. For all your book publishing and digital marketing needs, simply contact us at marapapublications@gmail.com or WhatsApp on 82402335.
A book, and do you have a copy of the book with you now?
Yes,
Okay, you
I
can
have
show
a
it to
copy
them.
here. You can see the title of the book is Bougainville Crisis, with the subtitle of Misapongi Pangana, which is in my father's language, which simply means once upon a time.
Okay, I'll say it again in the what is written in your language. Mr.
Pangana.
Only apart. Okay. In your father's language, it means once upon a time.
Yes.
That's right. Wow. So, wow. You have a, well, let me have a look at the book. Wow. You look at this book, The Bougainville Crisis, once upon a time. So my personal experience is fighting first for BRA and later for PNGDF. Okay, so when the crisis started, you joined BRA, and then later you defected and joined PNGDF. Is that right?
That's correct. I was a very young man at that time.
Okay.
I just graduated from high school. In high school, and then I was at home. I did not make it through firstly, but I enrolled with the distance studies.
Okay.
And after 2 years, I made it through. And then just before the outbreak of the crisis, I was selected to go to teachers' college.
Okay.
But unfortunately, because of the blockade and all the things that was happening on the island, I was not able to go. And this took me, I think, around 4 years at home before I go to the college.
Okay.
And in those years, I was involved with
BRA.
the BRAs and then the PNGDF.
Okay. So before going to college, you joined the BRA, and then you later joined the PNGDF. Okay. So why did you leave BRA to join PNGDF?
Thank you. That is a very good question. You know, at the start of the crisis,
Yes.
I think all of us, the young men in the island, we joined the BRA.
Okay.
And then, just somewhere along the line, some of us, we realized that we cannot go on with the BRA, and that is why we left them. And as for myself, the main reason why I left the BRA and switched on with the PNGDF is because of the harassment and the mistreatment by some of the BRAs to my family and to my community, as stated in the book that you can read and you can find out later.
Wow. You first joined the BRA, and then some of these BRA members, they mistreated them and their families, so he decided to leave them and join the PNGDF. He stated all these experiences in this wonderful book. You need to grab a copy of this book and read it and appreciate this important history of our nation. Okay. Can you tell us any particular experience that you have had in which you came closer to death, but by the grace of God you are still alive?
Thank you
Yes.
very much. I think there is an instance that is when I was with the PRA, and that was during the landing of the PNGDF at Puka in 1990. I was a very young man at that time, and I joined the PRS, and we went to Manok, which is next to Puka Island, when there was a very big operation by the PRA. That was the first time I experienced what it's like to be in a battle zone. Yes, the young man, I just couldn't comprehend what we encountered there. And that made me to think twice about all the things that I was doing there.
So in that operation, like you almost encountered death, you could have been killed, but you were still alive to tell the story. So many of your friends may have lost their lives in that operation.
Yes, that's true. During that operation, we lost some of our boys.
Oh,
But luckily, I'm here as a survivor to tell the story. Our young generation and whoever comes behind us can know what actually happened during those hard times.
so now that the crisis is over and peace has returned to the island, what's the difference can you feel now? Like living through that crisis and then now living in peace, what is the difference?
As peace and normalcy is being restored on the island, I can say that we are back to normalcy. services are flowing back to the island, government services, business operating. People are just going about their lives as usual, but not as before the crisis.
In your opinion, what are some of the lasting impact or effect that the crisis has brought about? And can the effects are still there?
I can say that the crisis, on the other hand, is a lesson for us. In a sense that many things have been changed. How our government is dealing with the people has also been changed. How we see our natural environment has also changed, because the mining of the Panguna, which is the root cause of the crisis, which occurred in the 1980s and eventually seeped and changed to a successful development on the island, it's all because of the Panguna. If you go to Panguna today, what you can see is a basic. And I think it would be like that for 100 years. There will be nothing people can do on the land when the mining once operated. And even the rivers going down to the coast, they're all it is just like a desert. You look at what happened there. People are slowly gathering back their lives, trying to adapt to whatever ways they can after the crisis and after all the hardships and sufferings that we have encountered during the crisis.
So how long, thank you, how long have you taken, or how long has it taken for you to write this book and put it together?
David, it took me 10 years to write all the story and compile it into a book that you're holding now. I was teaching at the same time writing the book. I started writing it in 2010 and I was able to complete it in 2019.
Okay.
I have a very limited time to write this. I have children to look after. I have my work to do as a teacher. But in between those times, I was able to have some time. I used to write. And finally, I completed the book in 2019.
Wow, because not many people write books, and to tell, people can easily tell stories by word of mouth, but to tell the same story by writing, it really requires a lot of skills. So I must commend you for putting this book together, writing this book together, and telling your story. And as they say, people die, but books don't die. So that means that your book will live on to tell your story even after you are gone. So thank you so much. Okay, now you have resigned from the teaching career, and you are now, what are you doing now? You're back in your village, or you're doing some, involved in some like self-employment, or what are you doing now?
Thank you. After resigning last year, I'm at home, just concentrating on a small business that will sustain my family. And also, I'm continuing to write. I'm writing a second book. Hopefully, once I finish it, post marathon book. Thank you. I think the book is mainly targeted for the young generation of Bougainville who have grown up during the crisis. The crisis is over around 20 years ago. And those children who have grown up during the crisis, they do not know what actually happened. So the book mainly targets them so that when they read the book, read the story, read the experiences they have gone through with the others, they can come to appreciate and understand what really happened during those dark times, hard times.
So basically, the targeted audience or the readers are young people in Bougainville, and not only Bougainville but throughout this country and others as well, because the Bougainville Crisis is a famous crisis to have ever occurred in this nation and has got a history behind it. So for those who are interested in this book and the history behind or the experiences that have been documented here, please call or WhatsApp on the number that is showing on your screen and you place your order, and please grab a copy of or order a copy of this book, read and appreciate the history, learn something. Okay. Any particular advice or so would you like to leave or give to young people who might think that they have no hope in life and they might be roaming around? Have you got any particular advice to give to them before we wrap up?
Thank you, David. I think before I conclude, I can say that we are committed to the peace agreement, which was signed in August of 2001, and that is the way forward for us.
Okay.